nice song, but it's time to do the rant. Big news, Josh Collins leaving TriMet. Josh Collins leaving TriMet, just found out today. I think it's a shame, personally. You know, the interesting thing about that is that he's all of a sudden become like the face of TriMet. I've been seeing him on the news. So they make him the face of TriMet, and then he was a much better face of TriMet than Mary. I'm sorry, I've been pushing for him all along. But adios to Josh now. So that's the official end of the Fred Hansen era there. Okay, because every executive in charge now was not an executive when Fred was here. I'm not including Neil because he was just a capital projects guy. You know, he doesn't know anything about anything except getting money. So yeah, well, I'm glad that you got a job in your hometown, Josh, and you're getting out of here at a good time because it sucks here. What do you want to be part of this place for right now? Go to a place where there's harmony and peace and people get along and they trust each other. I don't know, he's going to Minnesota. I don't know what's going on there. I don't see much stuff from Minnesota. But you see how these TriMet execs really are able to move around pretty freely in the transit world. It's pretty amazing, actually. TriMet's a well-respected organization, no matter what we think about, you know, those of us that are right here see the humor in that, but from the rest of the world's eyes, they think it's so wonderful here. And maybe it is, I don't know, I'm not really dissatisfied working here. I think it's a pretty good job still. I'm not unhappy at the job. When I go to work, I'm in a different headspace than when I'm blogging. You know, I get behind the wheel of that bus, it's a whole different experience than blogging and thinking about the actual issues, because I'm not really thinking about the issues anymore unless somebody's sitting near me and I'm talking to them about things. You know, I'm here to drive the bus, and I associate with the people that are on the bus. You know, there is no management when you're at the job. They only appear every so often to hassle you. You know. But Josh was very supportive of me over the years here. Now, he wasn't making, you know, people said, don't trust Josh. Watch out for Josh. Don't trust Josh. Well, you know, Josh was never the high-level executive. He was the middle management executive. But he was kind of the bridge between, I think, some of the people like me and the executives, because he knew how to get along with people pretty well. It's really impossible not to like Josh Collins. I mean, he's just one of those people you like. You cannot not like him. You know, there's people like that in the world that you really, there's no way you cannot really like them. And I don't think he was dishonest with me. I really don't. I don't think I never expected him to not do his job in relation to me, which is like, if something I'm doing and the managers above him want to know about it, I never expected him not to tell them. I never for once thought he should cover for me. So he just did his job. All the shit I'm in now, I don't think really had much to do with him. Although, I don't know, I mean, I'm sure he reported it to them, but so what? You know, I'm not being defensive over anything I was doing, okay? And I'm genuinely sorry that operator that was on the dispatch call got embarrassed. But you got to think before you're on the radio, because the whole world is listening. All right? You have to understand that. Okay? And as soon as they asked me to take it off, I did. I honored the principles of a respectful workplace, but they still decided to penalize me. And I'm not I'm very unhappy with it. And I sent a memo, an email to Jay Jackson asking him to make sure he's familiar with the documents. I have witnesses that I want to call. I have exhibits that I want to present. I'm going to approach this as a trial. I'm on trial. And I'm going to bring my evidence to exonerate me and my witnesses. And I don't think they have a chance. That's my opinion. The facts are pretty clear, and they don't have them on their side. But right now, they're the ones that are controlling all the cards here. It's their game. You have another TriMet executive hearing this appeal. And then I guess the next thing is 2 TriMet executives and 2 union. Well, if it's a split decision, the warning stands. So, it's a stacked game. It's stacked for the company. The whole thing is rigged for the company. And I decided I might as well not go to Hayden, because I'm already in this system. He's not going to be able to undo it. And there's only 2 ways out for me within the system. Either I win the grievance proceedings or I obtain a court order. And I've told people this a million times about TriMet. When it came to the fair problems, and he said, you can talk all day long, but the only thing they will listen to is a court order. Are you willing to go get a court order? And I remember having that conversation with TriMet Down. Remember that? He was keeping track of all these bogus ticket machines. And we had a long conversation. I said, I've had a lot of time observing TriMet, and they don't need to listen to you. You can make 1,000 complaints, and it doesn't matter, because you don't have any power. So it doesn't matter how many people complain. If you want to change something, you're going to have either the board of directors instruct Neil, or at that time it was Fred, to do something, which is not going to happen because they're just sock puppets of the executives. They're not a real board. They're just a board in name only. Or you have to get a court order. And a court order is expensive. You want to try a court order, you have to pay for that, because you're not going to get any money. You're going to get specific damages. Hold on, time out.